It's part of what makes our blood. And what the red ones do is they carry the air, the oxygen around your body. And the white blood cells protect you from illness by gobbling up harmful germs. So these white blood cells gobble up the germs. See the white blood cells? Platelets are another kind of cell in your body. They help to stop bleeding and repair drainage. So if you fall and you cut yourself, there's other things in your blood that make it eventually stop bleeding. You have about 5 1/4 pints of blood in your body. All these cans of blood. This is about the same amount as 7 1/2 soft drinks. So you have a lot of blood in your body, and in your blood are red blood cells, which carry the oxygen around, and white blood cells, which fight the germs.
What do the purple ones do?
I think those are all supposed to be white ones.
Which ones?
I think those are the white ones, unless those are the platelets. Oh, those might be the platelets. Yep, those are the platelets. The platelets help stop, if you hurt yourself and you're bleeding, the platelets help stop the bleeding. So there's red blood cells and white blood cells and platelets. Now, what do you think this is?
What?
In your head.
What?
What do you think this blue thing in your head's called?
I don't know.
Your brain. Your brain is the boss of your body. The brain lets you feel, think, learn, and remember. Messages about what happens around you travel from
Is this your neck?
It's your neck here, and your brain's at the top of your head. And the brain's what lets you think, and your brain's what lets you learn, and the brain's what lets you remember. Like, we're not sure how much animals remember. Like animals, if you say to Pincho, remember last year when we went to the beach? We don't know if he really remembers that. But if we say to a person, if we say to you, remember when we went to the beach? You remember what happened at the beach. Sometimes you need to act quickly. If you prick yourself, what does that say, prick? If you prick yourself like that, a message from your brain tells your muscles to move so that you jump away. This is plaster. The brain sends you a message, hey, that's sharp.
I'm done.
Okay, you want some of the cherry?
But no. But when is Daddy gonna be back?
He's going to be back soon.
Where is he?
I think he went upstairs. He said he was going to get his shower ready, I think. But he was also going to catch a little snooze.
No, I want him to come down though.
Yeah, he's going to come down. He's going to come down and get you.
But when is he gonna get snooze?
Oh, very short. He said a very short one. Look at this. Say you were near a porcupine and you sat on the porcupine that has all these sharp things and your brain would tell you, get out of there. And quickly you would jump away. It's your brain that lets you do that.
But why do those things come off of the...
Sometimes, because the porcupines, when the porcupines think you're a danger to them, the porcupines shoot them out and they're sharp.
Doesn't shoot them out.
Well, it's
They
pictures
stand up. He doesn't shoot them out.
there's pictures of them sticking into them from sitting on it.
Well, then they stick to you.
Okay. Messages to and from your brain. See, your brain sends messages along pathways called nerves. So your brain is connected to every part of you, and your brain sends a
They're like
message
wires.
to your hand to get your head
What's
away.
in the back of your heart?
What's in back of your heart is, does your rib cage go around the back of your heart
Front
too?
and back.
Okay, your rib cage goes
It's all around, so it
your
protects
heart.
it from all
Your rib cage is
directions.
bones, and it's all around your heart and your lungs, these bones, to protect your heart. So when you
I
fall,
want to see your heart again.
here's the heart. And so you have to protect your heart. If you fell, you wouldn't want to hurt your heart. So you have these bones around your heart, your rib cage. You can feel the bones, the heart things, and they protect your heart and your lung. So your heart can work and pump the blood, and your lungs can work and breathe in the air. Because you need those things. And then your brain is what lets you do all the thinking and
And
learning.
what is this?
Okay, this is what's in your blood. And there's,
Is this blood?
yep, this is blood. And in the blood is made up of red blood cells. Do you remember what the red blood cells do? They carry the,
Oxygen.
exactly. And the white blood cells, do you remember what they do? They protect you from getting sick by they gobble up the harmful germs. And then the platelets are another kind of blood. They help to stop if you fall and cut yourself, they stop the bleeding. So you won't keep bleeding and bleeding and lose all your blood. So there's 3 different kinds of cells, tiny, tiny cells in your blood. And so through all these veins, the heart pumps the blood.
I want to see the veins.
The brain?
The veins.
Oh, the veins? These are the veins.
I want to see inside the veins.
This is inside the vein. This is the blood inside the vein. And this, if you didn't have a brain, you wouldn't know how to do anything. You wouldn't know how to take care of yourself. You wouldn't know how to learn how to read. You wouldn't be able to learn how to ride a scooter. Your brain lets you learn how to do all those things. And then your muscles,
Is this inside your brain?
no, this is inside your veins. All these things that go to all part of your body.
Is this your vein? Is this outside your vein?
This is the outside of your veins. And inside is the blood, which
Is
has
this
this
in-
inside the
Is
blood.
this inside the veins?
Yes, because this is inside the blood, because this is what the blood is
Is
made up of.
this in a different body?
No, they're just showing it to you big. Because if you cut yourself and you were bleeding and you looked at your blood, you wouldn't be able to see all these. They are so tiny. You have to see them with a microscope, which makes things bigger. And so they're showing a picture of it very big. It's not really as big as that, so that they can show you what's inside your blood. And your blood is inside your veins. And your heart pumps the blood in your veins. The veins go to every part of your body. They go to your head and your arms and your legs. And your brain does all the thinking. And people have the best brains because people can learn more and remember more than any kind of animal or any living thing. So that's what lets you learn and remember. And then you have 5 senses. You can,
What is this?
this is food on the move.
Oh no, what is this?
That's, I think, when food goes down a tube, food goes down a tube to your stomach.
Is this your stomach?
Yep.
Is that inside or outside it?
This is, they're showing you what's going on inside your stomach, where the food goes down and it goes into your stomach.
Is the blue part inside or the orange part inside?
I think that's all. It's showing you the outside of the tube and the outside of your stomach. And what are these green things?
No, I want to see the inside of this stomach.
Okay, when you eat an apple, your teeth cut it into small pieces. Your body breaks these bits into even tinier ones that can pass into your blood. This is called digestion. Food goes down to a tube to your stomach with strong muscles and special juices. You have special juices in your stomach that mash it up. The mashed food goes into the small intestines. These are inside your stomach. And so the food that's all mashed up and chewed up goes inside to the small intestine. Here the food's useful part, the energy from the food, goes into the blood. And the part of the food that you don't need goes into your large intestine.
I want to see
Your
the large intestine.
Okay, this part is the large intestine. That's the large intestine. And what happens when it goes into the part of the food you don't need, when it goes into the large intestine, the kidneys, let's see if there's a picture of the kidneys. This is the stomach and this is the liver. This is the large intestine. And this is your bladder. The kidneys clear out waste liquids which flow to your bladder.
What's a bladder?
That's part of your stomach and the part of the food that you don't need. That's a liquid, goes into your bladder, and what do you think happens to the liquid that you don't need?
What?
You pee it out. That's what pee is. Pee goes in, it goes through your bladder, the food that you don't need that's liquid. And then when your bladder gets full, you go and pee it out. And the part of the food that has energy goes into the blood, and the part of the food that you don't need that's liquid goes into your bladder, and you pee it out. Oh. Wait. It doesn't tell you anything. Wait.
What happened?
I'm looking for what happens to the rest. Oh, okay. Water passes out when you go to the toilet, and the solid part of the food that you don't need for energy, you poop out. You pee out the liquid part and you poop out the solid part that you don't need. And what does your body need to make it go? Your body needs food to make it go, just like a car needs gasoline. Food gives you energy and helps you to grow.
What's this?
What is this? This is your shoulder, a picture of your shoulder bone. These are,
Was that inside your shoulder?
yes, the bones are inside, under your skin.
No.
And
Your bones look like a puppy bone.
you're exactly right. They do look like the puppy bones. And that's your leg bone. That's your longest bone. And here, these smaller ones, what do you think these bones are for?
What? Your hands.
Right. And these bigger ones are your backbones. And these are all the things you need to eat. There's 6 parts of food. Proteins, and proteins are like fish, salmon, and hamburgers. Fats are like butter and oil. And carbohydrates are like bread and crackers. And minerals and vitamins and fiber help you grow. And fats and carbohydrates also help keep you warm. What kind of carbohydrates are these? Potatoes. Potatoes are carbohydrates. And fiber